right, we are up, I think. I do not have experience in live streaming. I doubt anybody is going to be watching this. And that's okay. I'm doing this for myself. I just want to see if I can call a game, honestly. What better way to do it than to do it live, though? The game has not started, so I'm just hanging back right now. I imagine Liverpool should win comfortably. I didn't know that Ward-Prowse went to Nottingham Forest, though. Big Ward-Prowse fan. Always upset when he doesn't get a squad call on for England. Not that I have a stake in England international activities, but just such a good dead ball guy. Like, what's the hurt of him being on the bench and never going in? But maybe you're behind at the end of a game and you're just sending a corner kick's going to make the difference. Just send him on. Not going for an entirely professional aesthetic, so I am going to be munching on stuff and drinking coffee and all the fun stuff. But the kickoff hasn't started for me. I don't know if it has officially started. I'm not going to be keeping track of it as you would be watching it. I'm watching it on a stream, so I'd be on a little bit of a delay. And then you'd be listening to me on a stream, so then a slight more delay. So if you don't want spoilers, don't check your phone. But Ward-Prowse is right into the 11. Liverpool's 11 is pretty much unchanged. I would struggle to say that Liverpool. Why would you change anything? But if Darwin Núñez isn't the answer, obviously I don't think Jota is the long-term solution. I'm interested in that Swedish guy from Sporting. I'm not even going to try to say his name because I haven't done the research. But you'll know who I'm talking about. 40 goals in 50-odd games and 20 assists to go along with it. But, I mean, there's going to be many people going for him, so who knows if he makes it to Liverpool, but I think he could be a good fit. Right now, they're just everybody's singing "You'll Never Walk Alone." Sadly, if I sung it with them, you would only hear me. So I'm gonna not do that. Okay, well, his first name's Victor. I'll say that. He's already leading the Portugal League with 8 goals. So he was linked with the move away and didn't get it. 6 games, 8 goals, 3 assists. Last season, 43 goals, 14 assists in 50 games. Obviously, it doesn't quite always translate the big numbers from the Portugal League to the Premier League. Darwin Núñez is an example of that. But he seems a little more... Darwin Núñez is more chaotic, and this guy seems a little bit more structured. And I think Darwin Núñez's chaotic ways were good for Klopp in terms of the high intensity and You know, Liverpool were more dangerous with him on, but obviously you're going to have to suffer through missing some clear chances. But I'm still a fan of Darwin Núñez. I mean, anybody can improve, but we'll see. He could be a guy who moves on to a different club and just fits into a better system for him, and he just flourishes because it's possible for him to flourish. He's kind of got that Edison Cavani vibe to him. You just got to give him a lot of chances. So you got a guy who can get 15 chances because he's in the right spot all game, or you got a guy who's going to have 3 chances a game, but he scores 2 of them. All right, we're about to have kickoff here. All right, we are underway here. Ball is sporadically in Liverpool's half. Hasn't really come to the ground yet. After a long kick from Nottingham's goalkeeper up. Now it's settled down. Robertson has a throw in our own half. Almost given away by McAllister, but he is fouled. Be a free kick for Liverpool in their own half. Just a little knock from Ward-Prowse. Calm possession now with Van Dijk. Back to Robertson. Robertson up to McAllister. McAllister finds Diaz, who checks in. Diaz switches over to Arnold. Arnold plays it out wide. And it's out of bounds for a Liverpool throw. Checks it back into Konate. Konate to Van Dijk. Van Dijk plays it long down the right wing. Finds Alexander-Arnold, who tries to cut in, but it is played out for a corner kick. I think we all know who's going to take the corner. Konate and Van Dijk are up now. Corner swung in. It falls to Mohamed Salah, and the goalkeeper grabs it. I don't think he was ready for that. It went over the far post defender. Looked like he was going to go for it. And he was able to get a touch on the ball, but just not a close enough touch to his body. Wasn't able to get a shot away, and the keeper comes to smother. Looks like there's a counter going on at the moment, but it is quelled by Gravenberch and Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz always getting back to defend. As I said, I am giving a play-by-play off a live stream broadcast, so I do not have vision of the full field, obviously, to give the most accurate play-by-play. Because all of a sudden Nottingham Forest were into the Liverpool half. I didn't even know it was happening. Right now Robertson is down. Got a little knock. He's fine. And he's back on his feet. He does step off, but, you know, he'll come right back on. McAllister plays it back to Van Dijk. Back to McAllister. He's under heavy pressure. He's able to get it away. Into Gravenberch. There's high pressure here, but we're trying to play through. Gravenberch plays it down the left wing, but it is given away. Nottingham Forest tried to make an advance, but the counter pressure is effective. Liverpool win a throw on the left side at about midfield. Robinson has not checked back in yet. We are still down to 10 men. McAllister throws it in here. It's to Luis Diaz. Oh, I'm sorry. It is given away, though. And Gibbs White is making a marauding run down the middle. He plays it out to the left flank, but it is given away, and Salah is able to collect it. He tries to check it into the middle, but it's given away again, so it's out on the left flank here into the final third of Liverpool. Nottingham Forest is controlling it on the left-hand side here, trying to find a ball into the middle, I assume. But a little too much possession, not as forward as you would want from Nottingham Forest, so they give it away, and we swing it out to the left-hand side. Robinson is back in. Luis Diaz is checking in, but Robinson decides to go back to Van Dijk here. Into McAllister. Back out to Robinson. This is all at midfield. Robinson is driving towards the middle of the field, gives it to Konate. Back into Gravenberch. Gravenberch looking for his options. Back to Konate. The game is slowed down. Nottingham Forest is all behind the ball now. Gravenberch plays a long ball looking for a run from Mohamed Salah, but it runs out of bounds. That's a moment where, does Liverpool miss the counter-attacking? Because Nottingham Forest had committed numbers up, but we slowed it down. And then we look for a long ball. I don't know about that. McAllister wins it back. Jolta's on the left-hand side here. He's driving forward into the final third here. He's trying to round the defender. He's into the box. He's looking for his option. Tries to play it across the middle, and it is cleared away. Won back here by Liverpool. Back into possession at midfield with McAllister on the left-hand side, who checks it in to Van Dijk. Back to McAllister. He has Robinson to his left on the wing. Gives it to him. The possession is slowed down here. Van Dijk looking for his option. Plays a long ball down the middle. Not intended to Szoboszlai, but he is the one who collects it. Keeps us possession. Into Robinson. Back into Van Dijk. Back into Szoboszlai. Looking for Gravenberch, but it's given away, but won back by Szoboszlai. Played out to Alexander-Arnold. Into Mohamed Salah on the right flank. He's driving into the box. Finds Szoboszlai on the top of the box. Briefly given away, but recollect it out wide to the right to Alexander-Arnold. Him and Szoboszlai playing an interchange. Arnold driving inward to the middle. Finds McAllister into Salah. Plays it wide to Diaz, who's making that run, but it is overplayed. That ball was open, just not executed. The play-by-play is fast. That's how Liverpool's going to find success here. It can't be slow possession, so they picked it up there when they got into the final third, and that is a good sign to see if you're a Liverpool fan. The quick interchanging plays, because the ball was there. That's just a new system, I think, of being a little bit not sharp at it. But if you're going to come at a team like that all game, I'll take it. Make it difficult for me to call a game for my first time. Play it way too quick for me. Ball's back into Allison. Checks it back out to Van Dijk. Van Dijk is the left center back. Konate the right. Just so you can have a better framework of where the ball is. Konate plays it down to Mohamed Salah, is able to collect and turn his defender here. Continuing to go up into the final third. Still on the far right flank. But it is given away as he's double teamed. Liverpool quickly win it back at the center half. But it's given back right back to Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest plays out to the right flank at midfield. Do a quick interchange and give it away. Looks like it still could be Nottingham Forest's ball. Yeah. Nope, it is Liverpool. It went off. Must have been a deflection. Arnold has a throw. I'm sorry, Robertson has a throw at midfield. McAllister collects, plays it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk weighs up his options. Szoboszlai checks in, right back to Van Dijk, back to Szoboszlai. He cuts it into the middle for Alexander-Arnold. Not a lot of pressure. He gives it out to Konate, who's taking his spot on the right flank. Back into Alexander-Arnold, out to Robertson on the left. Just patient possession here by Liverpool. There's no reason to rush it. No reason to rush it. Van Dijk again. Surprised he didn't go for a long ball, though. But Arnold plays the long ball, looking for Salah again, but it's overplayed. I don't mind the long balls, but let's give a little more trust to our central midfielders. You have Szoboszlai checking in, Gravenberch, McAllister. If they find the long ball in the turn, that's okay. And I'm fine with Alexander taking that from time to time. I'm not upset about that play specifically, but still, if we're going to be patient in the back line, let's be patient with the midfield in the build-up. Just taking a break for a slight foul here. It's played back in. Nottingham Forest plays it back to their goalie. It's given away. Robinson collects back to Allison. He's under a little bit of pressure. Back out to Robinson. He plays it down the line. He's able to find Luis Diaz there. Szoboszlai is fouled, and we'll have it about midfield on the left side. It's taken quickly. McAllister just plays it back to Van Dijk, and now we're into that comfortable possession again. In other news, Yone Wissa has a header in the first minute in the Brentford-Man City game. So they are up 1-0. I don't expect that to stay, but we can always hope. And if you missed it this morning, Man United beat Southampton pretty comfortably. 3-0. But I think as long as Liverpool can stop the crosses coming in, because the main problem is a cross coming in and Chris Wood gets a header on it. It's kind of the bread and butter of Nottingham Forest as of late. Long ball played up to the right flank. It's collected. Nottingham Forest keeps possession here. Back to the middle third. Luis Diaz working hard on defense. Almost gets a breakaway on taking the ball from him, but it goes out of bounds for a Forest throw. A lot of the ball on this Forest right-hand side or Liverpool left-hand side. McAllister is down, so play will stop. It's nothing. I don't know why McAllister is down. Just a little push between him and the Forest player. It's played down the flank here by Alexander-Arnold on a quick break, but the defender does well against Salah to contain him. They play it long, trying to go quick, but Konate going through the back of the attacker. Could be a light foul, but the camera wasn't on, and here we go with a replay. That's just one of those, you feel anything, you go down. Forest do a full diagonal switch into the left-hand side here. They're interchanging play their right-hand side. They're going to get a ball. No, they're not. Almost got a ball into the box there, but the play had gone out of bounds for a goal kick. Possession in our own 18 here by Konate. There's no press, really. There's still Forest players in our half, but they're not pressing the ball. They want Liverpool to come at them. Forest are set up in a 4-2-3-1. Luis Diaz down the flank here. He's able to make somebody and goes down, but it's too soft. It's not a foul. Counter press going here. Luis Diaz counters. McAllister fouls Yates, the midfield from Forest, and they have a free kick at midfield. Again, if anybody's listening, I do apologize for stuttering words or whatever. It's just something I wanted to start. I'm going to keep doing it when I have time, so something that could get better. Long ball played into Liverpool's box. It's headed away by Van Dijk, and a foul is called on going up to the ball. So Liverpool take it quickly. McAllister plays it down the right-hand flank. Salah is in the final third. He drives into the box, cuts inside, and there's a miscue with Szoboszlai, and the ball is given away, and it's cleared upfield here. Forest trying to counter, and their counter is also sloppy. So Liverpool back in possession here. Robinson out on the left-hand side. Out to Diaz. He's driving inside into the final third, just outside the 18 on the left-hand side. He checks it back to Gravenberch, and the play is slowed. Van Dijk back into Gravenberch. Back to Van Dijk. Back in to McAllister. Van Dijk. Gravenberch on the left-hand side here. The middle third. He plays a through ball that would have been for Luis Diaz, but they were not on the same page. Luis Diaz still fighting for it. It may still be in here. He drives in. He has a shot, and it's off the bar. I don't know if that was out of bounds or not, but Luis Diaz does not stop. Liverpool win back possession again from a Forest counter from that. And possession is slowed back with Van Dijk. I'm waiting for that replay. Gravenberch out to Salah on the right-hand side. Back into Arnold. Back to Gravenberch on the right-hand side. And it's out of bounds for a throw. Liverpool throw. Here's the replay. He just doesn't give up on this. Right outside the 18. He tries to body him. Yeah, that was in. That would have been a goal. That's so unlucky. I love Luis Diaz, man. He does not quit. He is a kiss the badge guy through and through. He loves this club. That had no business, man. The Nottingham Forest defender just not... He didn't want it, man. And that's not a foul. He completely gets around him. He cuts in down the touchline, and he goes near post. And the goalie is beaten, but does not beat the post. And it bounces straight out onto the right-hand side, and they try to counter. Ball's back into play here at midfield. It's just getting headed up and down a bunch of times. There's just, there's a lot of bodies in midfield here. Nottingham Forest, though, driving through these bodies and just bouncing it around. But they do not win the throw, so it's Liverpool throw. I imagine we'll try to slow it down here. Salah being fouled, but plays going on. Is able to collect it to McAllister, though, who does a full diagonal switch to Luis Diaz out on the middle third of Forest. He's driving inside, but it is well defended. The space was out wide there. Forest switch it out to their left-hand side at midfield. Liverpool are able to get bodies behind now. Back into the midfield by Forest. They're playing it on the left-hand side. Interchanging in the midfield. Back into their own middle third. Driving forward, Chris Wood has a good hold-up play. Plays down the left-hand flank. Driving inside here. Back out to the top of the 18. Is he fouled? Is the Forest player fouled? The ref says play on. Could have easily been a dangerous free kick for Ward-Prowse. We got to be careful about that. The counter's played to Salah down the right-hand flank. He's into the final third here, cutting towards the 18. Outside of the boot. Outside of the boot cross to Szoboszlai, who gets a head on it, but it is wide. Great counter by Liverpool. Yeah, not his header comes off his shoulder. That's why there's not a lot of pace in that, not a lot of direction. But the ball did find him. Szoboszlai does need to do a little better there. I'd like to see a replay of the foul on the top of the box. I'm surprised it wasn't called. Here's the replay. Gibbs White. No. Yeah, he definitely looked for it. Good call by the ref. McAllister's down, but play goes on. Forest in the final third here on the right flank. They're not looking for the injury here. Okay. The play is stopped, I think, because it's technically a face injury, not really a head injury. It's weak by McAllister, but yeah, by the rule book, there was a hand on the face by Yates, who's shielding the ball. Nothing malicious, man. Like, come on, you ever get smacked by your brother? It's barely that. Like, just play on, dude. I get it. It's pro. It's pro soccer, pro football. You're gonna go down. You have to go down. I'm being real picky. But maybe you fall over trying to get the foul. Well, you don't get the foul, dude. Just get up and play, dude. Just get up. You're not Tua from the Dolphins freaking getting concussed and blacking out on the field. Like, that's a head injury. But God bless you, McAllister. I don't want to rip you too hard, man, because I love that signing, and he's just been rock solid for Liverpool since his arrival. I thought he was the glue that held together that World Cup squad for Argentina. He kept it controlled, not getting too wild. Like, if you watch the Copa America, like, it's kind of how Argentina everybody played wild, but when it was against those European giants, he kept the ball controlled, able to really orchestrate that midfield. Ward-Prowse is able to... Ooh. Forrest putting on the pressure here in the final third. Able to win it back here. They were able to get a ball into the box, but there was nobody there to meet it. Some good midfield play out on the left-hand side. Their left-hand side of our box. Forrest goalie plays it long into the final third of Liverpool, but it goes out of bounds. And it is a Liverpool throw. Just interchange with Ward-Prowse, and he's able to slip a ball in for a guy to play a ball across the PK, but nobody there to meet it. Just a little give and go. Just the little simple things, man. That's why I'm a fan of Ward-Prowse. He finds success with these little clubs against big clubs, just by doing the little things very effectively. Forest are challenging Liverpool here in the middle third. Just clogging up the bodies. You know, they got the 5 midfield, so might as well not make it easy for Liverpool. Trying to go man for man here. They're not putting the press on, but now that possession is here, they are going to contest. Throw is into Diaz, who tries to turn, but it gives the ball back to Forest. It is a congested midfield here, so this would be the time to press, and Liverpool are. Forrest does well to escape. The through ball's played in. He's in behind, one-on-one with Allison. He goes over the top and misses. I think it's offsides, but terrible finish by Gibbs White there. Yeah, it is called offsides, but if you're a Forest fan, you want to see that ball go into the back of the net. Yeah, there's about 3 Forest players all offsides. It wouldn't have mattered who got on the end of that. So it's a good line by Liverpool there. Of course, he's in behind. So not cause for alarm just yet. McAllister driving forward here. into the final third, into Jota, who tries to turn, but his touch just gives the ball away. Konate brings down the clearance, taking the space provided to him. Keep going, Konate. There's just space, but maybe, it's probably his role to stay. Plays it into Arnold. Does a left-footed switch to Diaz, who controls it well. Right outside the box here. He's trying to drive inside. He finds McAllister, who goes over the top, finding Jota. Jolta's able to get a hit in on goal, but the goalie comes to smother. Out of the air. Yeah, Diaz cuts inside. McAllister goes over the top for Jota. Looks like it could be a header, but he gets a foot on it, I think. Forest is driving forward here on the left-hand side here. Liverpool doing well to press, making it not too easy for them. But, no foul here, so Liverpool go quickly here. Salah running down the channel here. And they're just not on the same page here. Jota fakes a run to cut inside, but Salah plays that ball that he faked to go to, and it just trickles out of bounds for a goal kick. It's a great outside the foot ball by McAllister looking for Jota. It's a difficult finish. Is that a ball that Darwin Núñez gets ahead? Probably. Is that a ball that Darwin Núñez scores? We don't know. Ball's played in behind by Anderson for Forest. They're in the Liverpool box on the right-hand side. 2 Liverpool defenders surround him. And it is a corner here, so this is what I'm afraid of now, because now they have a corner. They haven't had a corner all game, but now they get to have Ward-Prowse. And that through ball was onside to Chris Wood. But it was a good double team by Konate and Robertson, but they weren't able to win the ball, and it's a corner. I mean, that just speaks to Ward-Prowse's skill. It's like his first game with this club, and he's the kicker. He's the free kick taker, or any dead ball. Ward-Prowse sends it in here, and Konate is able to get it away here. Just a little reset on my stream here. I'm at 27 minutes now. Liverpool have possession here in their own half. They're walking it up. There's no pressure. Van Dijk to Konate. Konate back to Van Dijk. Completes the swing back out to Robertson. Robertson plays it to left-hand midfield, who checks in. Diaz checks in. Diaz switches it back to Arnold on the right-hand side, and he drives forward, taking his space. And then it's played back into Van Dijk, all at midfield here. Nice and calm. McAllister checks in, receives. He finds Arnold, who has checked into the midfield, who plays a ball forward to Gravenberch, who's into the box now. He checks it back out onto the right wing to Salah. Salah looking for his options. Check back to Arnold, who tries to swing it across, but it goes out for a Liverpool corner. I don't know why I keep saying check it back, guys. I gotta say recycle. It's recycling it. Come on. We need a Van Dijk header. Goes through everybody. Corner goes through everybody and goes out for a goal kick. It's pretty shocking, man. That reminds me of my rec soccer days. Or does Van Dijk get a little hit on that? Yeah, he does get a little bit on it. But, it goes so wide, it didn't look like the trajectory changed at all. Goal kick is taken long into the middle here. The header is won by Konate. Ball's brought down by Arnold, who plays it back into Konate. Konate takes his space, approaching the center circle here. Plays it short to McAllister, who finds Arnold, who finds Konate again. Konate looking for his options, plays it back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk out to Arnold. Plays it long, looking for Jota, who made a good run, but the ball just doesn't find its mark. I do apologize. I am noticing in real time that I am getting some of the names wrong as they play it. But I'm doing my best. I just want to let you know I'm not getting it perfectly each and every time. We have a Forest player down. He's helped on his feet, and looks like we're going to continue. We are at the 30-minute mark now. Probably, as I said, a little ahead. If you check your app, if there's a goal 2 minutes from now, you will have known. Back to the Forest goalie, who plays it long down the left-hand side, but the ball is won by Liverpool. Taken down here. The ball is held on to by Liverpool. It is recycled into Gravenberch. Plays it to Salah. Cuts in. He plays a ball into the middle here, but it's away by the center backs. Konate wins the ball. Clearance. Sends it back into the box. Salah is pressing the left back here. Ball plays in to Jota, but the center back's away again. They are looking to break, but the counter press is there, but Liverpool give up a foul. So Forest will be able to get up here. That's Konate's second foul of coming in too aggressively. Forest goalie ready to kick here. I guess I could try to learn these names as we go. I just obviously know the Liverpool lineup a little bit more intimately than I do Matt Sells from Belgium. I know Chris Wood and Ward-Prowse, Gibbs White. Those are about most of the names that I remember for Forest. Liverpool have a throw in their own half. On the right-hand side. Szoboszlai checks in. Back to Arnold. Arnold tries to play past the defender here, and it goes off of the defender for a throw in the same spot. Arnold throws it in, but the ref whistles. He took a few too many steps forward. I don't know if that's something they're trying to be more harsh on. But there's some games where the players make like 20 yards walk and nobody does anything. So as long as that's consistently called, I don't care. But he's definitely pissing off the fans and the players here by calling that back. Throws taken long to the half line, won by Forest, but is given right back to Liverpool. Driving forward here, plays it into Diaz, but it doesn't find its mark. It's cleared away. Konate comes in and just clobbers Gibbs White, but this time it is not called. It's called a clean challenge here. So Liverpool have possession here, approaching the final third of Forest here. McAllister on the left-hand side finds Diaz. Diaz recycles it into Van Dijk. Van Dijk over for Konate. Konate into Salah. Salah back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk leaves it for McAllister. McAllister back to Konate. The space is a little bit there on the right-hand side. But the possession is halted here just to... Man, McAllister gives it right away. There was no pressure. Just a terrible ball Konate played it into him, and he just tried to switch it to the right side and just gives it away. But Forest don't do anything with it, and Liverpool are able to restart here. Arnold does a give and go with Gravenberch here down the right side. Finds Salah, who checks it back in to McAllister. Van Dijk into Diaz. Diaz approaching the final third. He plays it into the middle here. A dummy by Robertson into Jota, and then back to Robertson, and it is out for a corner. Hopefully this game goes a little bit like the Liverpool's first game. Just control, nothing dangerous, and then come out in the second half, put it into the next gear, and just kill the game off. We're in the 35th minute here, so about 10 more minutes and extra time. Liverpool dominating possession, but only a few glimpses, like Luis Diaz taking advantage, going off the post. Corner by Arnold is played, going for goal, and the keeper punches it forward. I never really looked like it was going in. It was a shot on target, though. So he will get another corner. Played short this time. Back into Arnold, who's going to play a ball into the middle. Goes far post. It's headed back into the middle by Van Dijk, but it is cleared away. Ball finds its way back out to Van Dijk on the right-hand side of the box here. Szoboszlai recycles it in. And it was a scuffed ball back in, so the ball is hanging in the air. 50-50 is won by Liverpool. Salah's able to collect it on the right-hand side here. Checks it back in to McAllister into the middle, who drives forward here looking for his options. There's a lot of blue shirts here. Finds Diaz out on the wing here. Plays it into the middle here. Liverpool gets a head on it, but it's saved. Going to the near post here, or the far post. It was a great header, but a better save there. The ball's recycled in by Liverpool here. Jota going down the left wing, and no foul, so Liverpool throws it back into Arnold, who found his way on the left-hand side here. He squares it here into the middle. Gravenberch looking for his options. Back to Arnold on the left-hand side this time. Possession's just slow, being patient, looking for the runs. Recycles into Konate. Konate going to squares it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk finds Luis Diaz, who's checked in. Diaz finds Jota, who's on the left-hand side here. This is on the left wing here, approaching the box here. They're in and out of the final third now, just kind of setting up shop here. Diaz cuts in. He's able to square to Gravenberch now on the right-hand side. Salah collects, takes on his defender, but the defender does well here. They're going to be able to clear this out, not for a corner, no. So they go. Forrest goes long, but Konate just collects. Finds Arnold. Finds Gravenberch. Right hand wing here. Salah. Arnold back into the middle. And it's cleared away. This is that next gear, but they're doing it right now. Alexander-Arnold looking for Jota. Top of the box here. Has a shot, but it's blocked. It's out on the left wing now. Luis Diaz is able to collect here as he drives towards the box. He's able to play it in here short. Back out to Luis Diaz. Into Robertson. Top of the box here. McAllister. Luis Diaz. Back to McAllister. He swings it to Konate. Squares it to Van Dijk. Back into McAllister. Finds Szoboszlai, checks in. Szoboszlai looks for his options. Finds Gravenberch. Gravenberch back to Szoboszlai, right-hand side, to the top of the box. Gravenberch is going to play it into Salah here on the right wing. Back into Gravenberch. They're just looking for that final ball here. He plays this cross here to the far post. Luis Diaz meets it, but it is... Oh! The keeper spilled it. It was just a lobbed header by Luis Diaz, and he spills it. It spills it between his legs, but I don't think it crossed the line. Waiting to see if a ref blows his whistle. It was completely a scuff by Luis Diaz. The ball was just too high for him. Oh my gosh, it doesn't go in. It's just a lob pass, a lobbed header by Diaz. No pressure on him, and he just whiffs the catch and bounces it between his legs. But because he's not fully square to goal, it just goes horizontal and doesn't cross the line. And he's able to gather it. Just showing a replay of the header that was saved. Not enough to the far post, so it was a comfortable arm's length away for Sells to save there, but it was still a good header. Just everything's a little bit settled down here after a potentially career-altering scuff here by this goalie. Career-altering's harsh, but you just go back to some of the real big blunders by some goalies some people don't recover. He definitely would have been memed. So, a forced injury here stops plays, so the ball's played back into Sells here, who collects. I imagine he's going to just boot it far here. Yep, he goes long into the Liverpool half. Header's won by Forest, and by winning the header, they also win a free kick here. Another foul by Konate. I think he's at 3 or 4 now. Forest take it short down the left wing here, and they send in a cross, but Konate meets it. It doesn't get clear until Arnold is able to clear the header. The ball is won back by Forest. Luis Diaz out to press the goalie about 40 yards out from goal, but the keeper is able to win the ball from Diaz. Forest frantically trying to keep possession here. Goalie clears it back after it was recycled to him. They're able to win the header here. It's in the Liverpool half on the left wing here. They get control possession now. And a Forest attacker tries to take on 3 Liverpool defenders and loses the ball. Arnold clears it off a Forest player. Falls back down. Gravenberch gets control of it. Plays it forward. But it's lost by Liverpool. And as Forest try to go forward, okay, we're at midfield here. A throw for Robertson now. Checked back in to Robertson. Szoboszlai plays a diagonal ball into the final third here. Salah's able to win it off the defender here, but the defender recovers. Yeah, the defender just misses the header here. Salah's not able to control it here. He would have been able to have a shot with his favored left foot, but was unable to get full control, and the defender recovers. Forest have another free kick here at midfield. Nothing too dangerous. Just didn't go up straight McAllister and just runs into the Forest player, Yates, as he goes for a header. Liverpool hold a high line here outside of the box. Plenty of room to play it in behind them here, which Ward-Prowse does. Liverpool are able to finally deal with it. Konate clears. Headed back in. Liverpool cleared out again. But in the midst of winning the ball at midfield here, Liverpool were about to break, and Alex Moreno has to take down Jota, I believe it was, to stop this counter from happening, and he picks up a yellow because Alex Moreno was unable to control the ball here. Luis Diaz in possession on the left wing. Finds McAllister, who cuts in towards the middle. Back to Van Dijk. Back to McAllister here, who's on the left wing. Into Luis Diaz. Recycles it into Konate in midfield at the circle, who finds Jota here, who's checked in. Jota now to the right wing. Finds Salah. But is recycled back into Konate. Back into McAllister, into the middle. Back to Konate. Finds Alexander-Arnold, who's joined the midfield. Back to Konate. Back to Van Dijk on the left. Van Dijk takes his space. He drives forward more towards the 18, but he is dispossessed. Van Dijk and Luis Diaz double team the Forest player on the right wing trying to counter, and they commit a foul. So we'll have 3 more minutes here. It's the 45th minute, 3 minutes of added time. Forest just play their free kick long. Konate is able to head out, and we have a Liverpool player down. Van Dijk. Nothing going on though. Just taking his time to get up. Looks like Forest have a throw here though, so they'll be able to maybe get a ball into the box here. They're going to take a long throw here. Forest are setting up in Liverpool's box here to try to get something off this. The throw is taken into the PK line here. It is Van Dijk. Van Dijk of all people is the one who flicks it on as Forrest would want. He almost unintentionally had an amazing assist to Gibbs White. But thank goodness Gravenberch was alert and he's able to clear it over the box. Or over the bar. But it is a corner here for Ward-Prowse right before halftime. Ball's played in. And it is commandingly cleared by Van Dijk. Because they were asking for a foul on Van Dijk, but the refs have none of it. But Forest are able to keep it in the Liverpool half here and win another throw on the Forest right-hand side here. They're going for another long throw. It's not near the box, but he's able to throw it to the box, about 30 yards or so. But Liverpool are able to easily deal with it here. But a couple headers here, and Jota's able finally to clear it. But Forest win it back again. Alex Moreno drives forward, but it is dispossessed. Jota clears it long, was able to find Salah, finds Sobasai on the right-hand side. He plays it back to Salah down the right wing, but it is overcooked, and it's able to be cleared by Forest. But Chris Wood's coming down with it. Was he offsides? Okay, he was offsides. It was just a long clearance up, and Chris Wood was able to just bring it down with one touch, but he came from an offsides position. And that is halftime. Liverpool in control. One or two little dangerous spots here and there, but nothing really to sweat about. Only one or two real good chances. A comfortable header for the goalie, but it was a good spell of possession. And then Luis Diaz just hustling to win it on the touchline before it goes out. And he's able to shoot a near post shot from the left wing, but it goes off the post. And that keeps us at a deadlock. In other places, Brighton and Ipswich are still in a deadlock 0-0. Crystal Palace is losing to Leicester City. Vardy with Jamie Vardy's back in the Premier League and throwing himself a party again. He has a goal in the 21st minute assisted by Wilfred Ndidi, the two of the older guard, but Vardy more so. Fulham is leading West Ham 1-0. Raul Jimenez getting back on the score sheet. And so far, I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I've always enjoyed Smith Rowe as a player. So he's already off and starting with a goal and an assist in his Fulham career. He has the assist to Jimenez in this game. And Man City recovers well. Erling Haaland, 2 goals, 19th minute and 32nd minute. So they're winning 2-0, or I'm sorry, 2-1 now. They are not quite at halftime yet. In the Bundesliga, you have Stuttgart beating Mönchengladbach 3-1. Freiburg is winning 2-1 over Bochum. Hoffenheim is losing to Leverkusen 2-1. RB Leipzig and Union Berlin 0-0. Wolfsburg and Frankfurt. Frankfurt's up 1-0. And then you have Bayern Munich having a game against Holstein Kiel at 12:30. I am speaking from Eastern Standard Time, U.S. So it is about 11 o'clock here. Bayern Munich, I don't normally ever root for Bayern Munich, and I'm not saying I'm rooting for them now, but I am curious to see what Vincent Kompany does at Bayern Munich. Because when I was talking with a friend about it, it's kind of... The logic to get Kompany only makes sense if you put somebody like me as CEO of Bayern Munich, which is unrealistic. I'm not saying I should be. But if you're asking me why I would hire Kompany if it was... I would just... This isn't... I don't know if this can't be professional logic because it's in my brain. I would just go, well, look at what he did in the championship with Burnley. So he had the top attacking talent of a lesser caliber of player and was able to play high attacking football, high amount of goals, not too many conceded. Well, that means if we give him all the high talent of the higher caliber teams, then he'll do the same thing. But see, that's just bar logic in my head. Like, that's just me at a pub. That's pub logic. But maybe pub logic is becoming all you need to have to make these calls. But that's why I'm curious to see, because if he succeeds, then obviously he's a decent coach. Can't put any random person in charge of a championship club. They're not just going to win it. But it's an interesting signing. Normally you'd have to do a bit more to get the top club to get you. But I'm going to put the mic on mute just for a little bit here. And I will be back probably a little bit before the start of the second half. right. I am back. Wow, we actually have 2 votes in the poll. And one for Liverpool, one for Forest. I should have put why I didn't put a draw, I have no idea. Just noob stuff. I could see this easily being 0-0 draw, but I think Liverpool is going to come out in a new gear. I think they're going to get a goal. But I'll be completely honest with you guys. I am going to call the next half. But if I'd be lying if I said I'm not going to have a second game going, that I will be silently watching as I call Liverpool to see the score, because my wife is a coach in Division 3 soccer and I want to see what's going on there. But we're not quite at the start of the half just yet. I also don't know if the live stream stuff I'm doing is the right one. Like, I can't even see from here like how many people are how many of you guys are even watching. I have this thing up that supposedly gives the chat. I mean, I didn't expect to have chat engagement the first time I've ever live streamed with only a handful of subscribers. But it'd be cool to see how many people are watching at a given time without being one of the viewers myself, if you know what I mean. So my wife's team is off and running. But we're not quite there at the start of this half. So I still apologize for being slightly preoccupied. Come on. Oh no. I thought my wife's team was in white. I was rooting for the wrong team. players are coming out of the tunnel finally. All right, I have it on the side now. My distraction. But we're off and running here. Alexander-Arnold here plays it in. Salah on the right-hand side. Plays a diagonal towards the middle. It's taken off the head of the Forest player, but it falls back to Arnold, who's in the center here. But he is lazy with possession here, gives it away. There's going to be a 3-on-2 counter attack, but I think Liverpool's going to recover here. Yep, they force the Forest player back. It is a Forest throw, but we did well to stop that counter, but Arnold was very lackadaisical in possession there at the center of the field. So Forest don't do anything. They give up a throw. They just try to muscle their way through a bunch of Liverpool bodies and look for a foul, but it wasn't given. Arnold plays an interchange with Van Dijk on the right wing. Makes its way back to Alisson. Alisson looking for his options. Just gives it short for Van Dijk. Van Dijk's walking up the pitch. Swings it over to Konate. Back to Van Dijk. Robinson was making a very direct run, just kind of stretching Forrest. It doesn't go to him, though, but the play goes to the right wing. Salah had checked in just to get involved a bit. Konate back to Van Dijk. Now a little bit of a press from Forrest is coming here, but they play out of it. Find Salah, who plays into Szoboszlai. He recycles it back to Konate, back to Szoboszlai on the right wing. Szoboszlai holds it up here for a moment, finds Salah down the right wing as well. Salah playing it towards the middle, but the run was a little bit overcooked here. They were a little bit not on the same page. And Forrest are breaking here down the left-hand flank, and he tries to square it in, but the ball didn't have the quality it needed here. So Liverpool are going down the midfield here, down the left wing now. Luis Diaz here, taking on his defender, losing the ball. Forrest tries to counter, but the ball had gone out of play, so it will be a Liverpool throw on the left wing here about midfield. He finds Diaz, Robinson. He recycles it back to Konate, or to Van Dijk. Van Dijk into Gravenberch. Gravenberch finds Robinson. Robinson finds McAllister in the middle. He recycles it back to Van Dijk. Swings it out to Konate here. Konate looking for his options. Swings it to Arnold. Arnold cutting back in towards the middle. He diagonally switches it here, looking for Robinson, but it was a lazy ball here, so it's won again by Forrest. who's pushing forward here, passes it down the left flank, cuts into the middle, recycles it back again to the back line. Still Forest here in possession, out to the right back. Does a give and go here with the midfield, who recycles it back to the center back. Forest here getting a little bit slowed up here, but he's driving forward, taking on 4 Liverpool players, and finally losing the ball. That was something out of nothing by Yates. It almost was like Liverpool players were afraid to put in a challenge there. So Liverpool back in possession here. Got to be a bit careful with these lazy balls. There's no pressure on. It doesn't need to. Van Dijk with the ball. Long switch here. Finds Salah. His first touch wasn't good. Lets him down. It stays in bounds. So Alex Moreno is streaking down the left wing here on a counter. Cuts into the middle. He's able to find help here, but it's just lofted. Yeah. So Liverpool doing a counter offensive from the counter attack here. Salah has it on the right wing past half field, but he recycles it back into Arnold here. That counter attack was not halted from Liverpool defending, but from not executing. So that was a warning sign that we hadn't really seen. That could have been trouble. Szoboszlai plays a switch here in the final third, and it's one-timed over everybody by Robinson into the goalkeeper. Here's a replay of the counterattack they're showing. They had called it offsides. The ball was terrible and lofted, so it slowed down their attack anyway. But it was wrongfully called offside, so that attack shouldn't have stopped for Forest. Liverpool getting a lucky break there. Liverpool win back the ball here, and the clearance goes down the left wing. Luis Diaz chases, and Forest concede a throw in the final third here. It's taken quickly here by Diaz into Robinson, back into Diaz, all on the wing here. Recycled into McAllister here, who squares it to the middle of the field to Arnold. He finds Salah at the side of the box here. He cuts inside. He cuts back. Right-footed shot, and it is saved. He goes near post here, but the keeper had no problem here. But Salah at the final third here, he torched his defender. I think it's better if he's going to go with his right foot there. He can get a ball across the 6 there because it's covered. He had no chance of scoring from there. But it's a lot brighter from Liverpool there. Keep feeding Salah. Arnold takes the corner, goes far post. It's meted in the air by Jota and just slowly trickles out of bounds. He had a free run up to that header. The first change is happening here for Forest. Dominguez is coming out for Forest, number 16, in the 52nd minute. And here comes Mr. Odoi, former Chelsea man, former Leverkusen man. Forest goalie goes long. Header won by Van Dijk. Szoboszlai wins the second header. Back to Forest at midfield. They keep possession here. But everybody left, so there was no help. So Liverpool are on the counter here. Salah is into the final third. He's driving. He squares it to Szoboszlai, but it goes right by him. They have not been on the same page in terms of these counterattacks and final balls. So possession restarts back in the defensive third of Liverpool. Gravenberch coming down the right wing, finding Szoboszlai, who's on the right wing. Oh no, it is Salah. It is Salah. Entering the final third here on the right wing. Back to Salah. Squares it to McAllister. I apologize for my stream. Had a bit of a slip there. So let's see this replay. It's just showing that counter attack that didn't work. That was squared to Szoboszlai. So, Salah being unselfish there, but had room to keep driving. Whether we scored the chance, though, we just need to execute and get a shot off on goal on one of these counters. Another miscue by Szoboszlai, and Forest are going the opposite way, crossing midfield, playing a ball in here. Chris Wood is unmarked here. He's played in. If he one-times it, great save by Allison. I think it might have been offsides, but that's another warning sign. That was everybody wide open here on that counter. That's the counter you want to see Liverpool do. Looks like the initial through ball here to Gibbs White was offside, but the ball to Chris Wood was perfectly timed, but just not a good finish by Chris Wood. I mean, it was low and hard, but not hard enough. Allison had that covered. Possession back in the midfield here with Van Dijk here. He's going to play a long ball out to the left here, looking for Robinson. His header is won, but it does not find Luis Diaz, who presses, and it's deflected off Diaz, but not into any danger area, and they're able to clear their lines here. Konate wins the header, and it's back placed to Konate, who squares it here for Van Dijk. Space is seeming to open up here. It's being a little bit more open. Back to Van Dijk at midfield. He finds Gravenberch. He's able to turn, but the ball does not find Salah, and it's able to... They're countering the other way here. There's space in the middle, but Konate stands up, the winger here, and he's able to stop that counter. It's good defending there, because Chris Wood was in. So it is a throw-in to Forest in the Liverpool half here. Just about into the final third here. Throw-in's taken, recycled back in. On the left wing here, Liverpool win it back, but it's given away. And they recycle it into their back line at midfield here. They're trying to go quick, though. The pace of the play is good. Down the left wing here, finding Chris Wood, who was unable to get a touch on it. Not Chris Wood, number 8 of Forest. But he was in on... there would have been a cross-in played, but with all the space here, Liverpool able to advance it past the halfway line. McAllister driving forward into the box here, but he is met sternly by the defender, and it's out on the right-hand side here. Nottingham Forest happy to try to play their way out of the half-hazardous, half-assed press by Liverpool. Back to their goalie, and he clears it long. He's able to find a Forest player, Gibbs White. He's able to bring it down, check into the midfield here at the center, and he's trying to swing it out to the right, but after beating two Liverpool guys, he just gives it away. So now it's checked back into the middle here. Gravenberch driving forward, finds Szoboszlai. Back to Gravenberch. He had Jolta in space there, but he was unable to find it. It goes right on through the lines to the goalie. That might have been Robertson. Yes, that was Robinson instead. But you just got to find his feet there. He's in space, and he can have a shot, turn, and play a ball through. The space is there. These balls need to just be to the feet. Just need to be a little more crisp because they're not advanced. So Alexander-Arnold is coming down the right-hand side here. Looks like I'm going to have another little buffering here. It's Salah cutting inside, just outside the final third here. Finds Alexander-Arnold out wide. He recycles it back to Konate. I'm sorry, Gravenberch is hanging back here. He finds Konate. Konate back to Arnold on the right-hand side. We're at midfield. He drives forward. He plays it down the wing. He's finding Szoboszlai on the wing, who wants to have a cross put in, but he's unable to beat the defender, and it is out for a Forest throw right around the corner. So Liverpool can hold them here. I think now will be a time to have the players kind of push forward here, not allow them to play out of a press here. Looks like there's going to be a triple substitution here. Darwin Núñez, Gakpo, and I think Harvey Elliott. It cut away there before I identified the third player. Allison is able to meet this clearance and Forest win it straight back here. So they're countering again. Gibbs White driving down the left-hand side here. He's able to try to cut in and curl an effort to that far post there, but it was safely mishit. But not a good clearance by Allison, who came a long ways out to clear it because it went right to a Forest player and headed right back into Gibbs White, who starts the counterattack. Jota is making his way off here. So is McAllister. McAllister is making his way off. So Jota is coming off for Darwin Núñez. Luis Diaz is coming off. So Connor Bradley, Gakpo, Núñez are in. McAllister is off, Luis Diaz is off, and Jota is off. So I'm guessing Arnold is getting pushed into the midfield spot that McAllister is vacating, and Gakpo will be on the left wing, and then Darwin Núñez taking the number 9 spot. Now, I'm not against experimenting with this, but maybe not a game that Arnold has been kind of, when he's come centrally, it's not been impressive. But we shall see. Let's go for it, though. Let's give a little faith in the coach here. So let's see if we can find possession here down the left-hand side. Robinson is streaming forward here, just about to enter the final third. Gives out to Gakpo on the left wing here. He's recycling it back here. A long switch playing to the right side here. Finds Salah just outside the box. He tries to cut in. Defender does well. They give up a throw on the right wing in the final third. Connor Bradley here. Bradley throws in. It's given back to him. He's going to get a ball into the box here. It's going to go to the far post, and nobody's there. It's headed safely away, and Forest try to break. Looks like a foul to break up play by Robertson, so Forest are going to be able to advance here, and a yellow card dished out to Robinson. Yeah, it's a fair yellow card for stopping that advanced play. A veteran yellow, if you will. Forest clear their lines here, and it is in behind here. Hudson-Odoi, and great win by Bradley. Great defending there. Gravenberch out on the right back position here, helping out. Konate back to Allison. Finds Van Dijk. They advance slowly up the pitch. Robertson down the left-hand side. He finds Gakpo. He takes on his defender. He cuts back inside, looking for help. Is he fouled? He's not. The right back wins the challenge, and he's able to release his right winger. He's going down the midfield here, streaming forward, looking for help. He's able to get it into the midfield here. He's able to keep possession here. Gets it to the left wing for Forest. They're driving into the final third now. Back into the middle. Top of the box. Gibbs White tries to either have a cross or a shot, but he was able to get defended here. I think Salah had come back to make the challenge to stop the attack from happening. Szoboszlai goes quick, finds Gakpo, drives forward, goes into the middle, but it is cleared away. It was Darwin Núñez actually driving the left-hand side there. More space is opening up here as each team is breaking rather quickly. It's back into the back line of Forest as they possess. Defensive midfielders holding it right at midfield. Out to the left back. Into the left wing, who's checked in at midfield. And he recycles it back. And Liverpool are able to get a press going. Salah's calling for a press to get going, but is that old habits dying hard? Long ball played by the goalie. Bradley meets it with his head. He's able to get back onto the ball, finding Gravenberch into the midfield, driving forward into the final third. Connor Bradley still in the attack, into the box, out wide for Salah on the right-hand side. He drives in, looking for help, looking for a ball, plays it high, looking for Nunez, but it goes over his head. Connor Bradley has been very bright. So I like putting Bradley on, but is having Arnold still on the pitch the right play? Because we still have the likes of Endo or Curtis Jones on the bench. Does he go to Tsimikas for the yellow card for Robertson or not? We shall see. Long ball played by Forrest. Non-threateningly back to Allison. Doesn't pick it up. Just plays it to Van Dijk. The back line slowly crawls forward here. Connor Bradley back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk looking for his options to the left. Cutting towards the middle. Plays it out left here. It's recycled back to Szoboszlai. Back to Van Dijk at midfield. Squares it to Konate. He's looking at his option on the right. He plays a long ball in. Finds its mark here. Salah able to control it here. Has it. Oh, that was Szoboszlai. That was Salah. Man, I thought Szoboszlai was a wild shot, but it was an off-balance shot by Salah who had cut in on his left foot. So you would like him to do a little better. Try to have a little curl on it, but a yellow card given here. No play happening at the moment. It's a goal kick. Maybe time wasting. Yeah, time wasting by the goalkeeper of Forest for time wasting. He didn't take the closest ball to him. So he goes long into midfield on the left-hand side, and it goes right out of bounds. Liverpool throw. Robinson takes, looking for options. Sends it down the line. It's intercepted by Forest. They try to advance and lose the ball out of bounds at midfield. Robinson plays it back this time, looking to restart possession. Back to Allison. Into Konate. No pressure from Forest. They are invited to advance into the Forest half if they will it. It's played into Robinson, who checks into Van Dijk. He cuts it back in. He recycles it back and makes its way over to Konate at midfield still. Konate advances past the halfway line. Squares it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk looking for his options. And it's intercepted. It's a very sloppy ball into Alexander-Arnold. And they are away here. Connor Bradley is caught out on the left wing. It's squared in here. Finds Wood, who's able to find a pass to Gibbs-White. Plays it into the right, and a shot is away. Alanga is unable to get it on target. That was a fantastic counter by Forrest there. No time. Connor Bradley caught out, though. Not good defending this time. There's a great ball into Chris Wood, who has one touch, two touch into Gibbs-White, who plays it into the box on the right-hand side to Alanga, who's driving in diagonally, and he was able to get a shot away, but nothing dangerous. And Liverpool start again in possession in their own half. No pressure. The attacking three of Forest is slightly past half, but not too far. They're not interested in the center backs having the ball. Ball's recycled in here to Van Dijk. He looks for his options, checking in his Gravenberch, who plays it into Konate. Actually, I think that was Arnold. Getting used to him being in the midfield now. Yeah, but Forest win it again, and here they go. Out to the left wing here. Odoi checks it in, plays a diagonal ball looking for Alanga, which was caught by Van Dijk. It probably would, if it went over his head, it would have found him. Darwin Núñez winning the ball back here, out on the left wing, taking on the defender here, keeping possession here. Step overs, finding the late run of Robinson, but it is intercepted, but it's won back here by Arnold. Has a shot, and it is wide of the near post. It is deflected, so it's a corner. The shot was deflected. was a great win back. It was actually a win back by Darwin Núñez there. Just getting a foot in there. That gives it back to Arnold at the top of the box on the left-hand side, and he's able to get a shot. It looks like Tsimikas is getting ready to come in to replace Robertson to get a little more intensity on the left-hand side. Robertson did have a pretty good game today, but on that yellow, you just never know. If you have a player who can almost like for like, you'd rather have Robertson, but Tsimikas is a quality player. So we got a left-hand sided corner kick here. It's swung in here. It looks like it went off one of our guys just barely, but nobody was in there for the header flicked on, so it was cleared away safely. But Liverpool have possession again in the left flank, going into the driving into the final third, having a ball into the box, but it doesn't beat the first defender. Recycled back out, though. Liverpool don't lose it. Driving forward is Gravenberch into the box, having a shot, but it's tamely into the hands of the goalkeeper. So here's the corner again. Yeah, just off a Forest player, flicked on to the far post, but they had a player on the far post, so no harm done. We didn't have a player on the far post. Possession back into the defense third of Liverpool. Van Dijk has it. We start again. We start again. We go again. Squares to Konate. No press. Chris Wood just happy to stay in the lane. Long ball by Van Dijk to the left wing. Finds Cody Gakpo. He squares it into the middle, finding Arnold. He turns, looking forward, driving forward, playing diagonally right to Salah, but it is cut out. But right back into Konate's feet, finding Bradley at midfield on the right-hand side. Bradley cutting inside, finding Van Dijk. Van Dijk taking his space, finding Robertson. Robertson playing it down the wing to Gakpo. Back to Robertson in a give and go. He finds Núñez, who's checked in for him. Núñez is out on the left now. Doing a give and go here, but not giving back to him. He cuts back in, finds Arnold at the top of the box, almost giving it away, but keeping possession here, finding Robertson, recycled back here for Gravenberch. Gravenberch finding Van Dijk. Van Dijk into Arnold in the midfield. He drives forward, finding Núñez at the top of the box, trying to hold off his defender, but he is muscled away from it. Ball's won. Alango driving forward on the right wing here. Diagonal ball here to Hudson-Odoi. Finds him here. Top of the box. He cuts inside. He's going to have a shot here. He curls it. He scores. He cuts in and scores, and he beats Alisson. Far post. I thought Alisson had seen that wide, the way that he reacted to it. Devastating counter again. Just giving the ball away, and they are carved apart. Whoever it was that put a Forest win on the chat. Not looking too crazy. There is plenty of time, though. It's not something that I'm not worried just yet. But, fantastic shot. Taking on Bradley. Cuts inside. Uses Konate to just curl it around him. Beating two defenders. Even skips off the post there and in. Alisson doesn't even go into his dive, which is shocking. But it's I don't know if he makes it, but man, you got to go into your dive. It was at a height that was good for a goalkeeper. But man, what a finish by Hudson-Odoi, man. That's the stuff you dream of when you're right-footed on the left wing. You want to cut inside and just hit that sweet spot with that curl. So it was a delight to see. It was great counterattack play. It hurts when it's against Liverpool, but I'm trying to, obviously I'm biased as I only know the Liverpool players, but trying to be unbiased is that was a great counter, great finish. It's been a great game by Forest. Their game plan, they've stuck to it the whole time. So have Liverpool, but now what changes when we go down? Liverpool haven't really had to come from behind late in the game just yet under the new coach. So Konate in midfield here, drives forward a bit, looking for who's checking in. Salah's checked in. He dumps it into the middle. Arnold plays a long ball here, but it's going to go out on the left-hand side here. Looking for Gakpo and Nunez, both making similar runs. So we are waiting on a goal kick. Curtis Jones is the one being sent on alongside Tsimikas now. Maybe Gravenberch coming off? Or are they going to put Arnold into the 10 and take Szoboszlai off? We shall see. But I imagine it's got to be a midfield coming off. Yep, Robinson for Tsimikas. Curtis Jones not coming on, perhaps? It looked like... No, here he goes. Okay, so Konate's going off just to have extra attack, so that makes sense. So this will be the first time that I've seen. It could have happened in these earlier games. I don't have time to watch every Liverpool game anymore. But I haven't seen us play 3 at the back yet. So it looks like Tsimikas, Van Dijk, and Bradley are the 3. So I don't know if Cody Gakpo is in the wing back, and I don't know who the wing backs are. I don't know if Arnold goes over to play right wing back in front of Bradley. So we shall see here as play goes. But the 3 center backs are definitely the ones I listed. It looks like Curtis Jones and Arnold are the 2 holding mid, so that would put Szoboszlai still in front of them. So it could be right wing back Salah, left wing back Gakpo, Darwin Núñez playing up top. But we could have 2 attacking mids. Salah, right wing, coming down, driving into the box, has a go, but it's to the goalie. 3 players coming in on the far post there. You want to see probably a ball going into the runners. Yeah, we got... Núñez wide open there in the middle. Great recognition. But you got 3 players making far post runs. It's got to go to the far post there. And Salah knows it. Throw by Liverpool in their own half. Just left of the halfway line. Bradley takes it. It's given back to him. He drives forward here. Looks like he could have an interchanging relationship here with whoever's out on the right. So it might be a right... I think right wing back could be Arnold. He just hadn't found his way there yet because they just interchanged positions there. Either one can go forward at any time. So it's probably Gravenberch and Curtis Jones in the middle. Szoboszlai in that attacking spot. Looks like Forest are ready to make another change here, but they're going to take this throw in Liverpool's half. Down the left-hand side. Taken long. Bradley just heads it out. So they'll advance into the final third here. It's played in, right back to the thrower. Moreno driving solely backwards and plays it out of bounds. Let's go quickly here. Quick slow by Szoboszlai finds Núñez, but it's not able to get under control here. Liverpool winning it back at midfield again, but it's a scramble. Right back to Forest. Forest plays it long. Van Dijk is going to be there, and he just clears it out of bounds. That's definitely a missed kick by him. It's getting a little... They're definitely not used to this. It hasn't gotten more attacking with 3 in the back just yet. More on the back foot. They play it in long, trying to turn Gravenberch here, who's been playing center back just for the time being. Clear it forward again to nobody. There's no possession by Liverpool. There's no playing out of the back right now. It's been clearing forward. I'm not sure anybody is familiar who is supposed to be where. A triple substitution being prepared but not happening yet. The ball's played in down the left flank. Van Dijk's just able to clear it straight up in the air again, but it's won by Forest here. But Gravenberch is able to get a touch on it. 2 players from Forest are winning it back. It's down to Hudson-Odoi on the left-hand side now. He's driving into the final third now towards the box. Cuts back, looking. He's getting double-teamed. He needs help. Beats Bradley, beats him down. Oh, he's brought down in the box, but the ref isn't worried. He was about to have a shot coming from the left-hand wing. But obviously we know that's going to be looked at. We never know for sure nowadays. But Connor Bradley looked to have been beaten there by Hudson-Odoi. It doesn't look so much a foul to me in the second look here. Yeah, it looks like Hudson-Odoi, he's going to bring back his foot to have a shot. But Bradley's just there in stride, a little bit behind him. There's no foul there. Gibbs White coming off, Alex Moreno coming off, Chris Wood coming off. The players that I actually know. I know Alenga and Hudson-Odoi. Morato, Williams, and Jota Silva coming on for Forest. Oh, Nico Williams. Yeah, ex-Liverpool guy. Back underway here. Forest trying to possess the midfield, but Liverpool looks like their shape is a bit more organized. They're cutting off the passing lanes this time. Ball out of the air is just smothered forward by Forest, so it'll be out on the left-hand side here for Liverpool to just play it. Simicas just plays it to Allison back. He finds Gravenberch, who's checked in for him. Looking for Arnold. Checks it back for Van Dijk, back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch is driving down the left-hand side. Little interchange. Looks like he's about to play a diagonal ball here. Apologize for my buffering. Yep, it's a diagonal ball here. Finding Salah on the right wing in the final third. He cuts inside. He finds help in Alexander-Arnold. It's back out to the right. Bradley's up as well in that spot. Giving it back to Arnold here on the wing. Back into Salah, who's in the center, on top of the box, and it's just to nobody. Probably to Curtis Jones, but he had backed off of it. It should have been for him. And looks like Forrest had tried to break down the right-hand side. It was stopped, and it's out for a throw at midfield. So they had cut away to show some people in the stands, and in the meantime, a yellow card for Gravenberch stopping a break into the box. Kind of light, but yeah, it is what it is. 82nd minute here. Dangerous spot for a free kick, not for the shot for Ward-Prowse, but he can swing one in here. It's about 25 yards out on the right wing. He can just curl that in along that, right in that PK spot. If he just plays it in that PK spot, that's about the line Liverpool are having, or right before that. He swings it in here, but he overcooks it. Didn't look good, but nobody attacked it, so it was hard to tell. Nobody going far post for Forest. Alexander-Arnold has the ball out midfield. He squares it out to Gravenberch. They are pushing forwards up now because it looks like there's just one defender back right now, and it's Van Dijk. Thrown for Liverpool on the left wing here. Still at midfield here, but in the Forest half. Finds Alexander-Arnold in the midfield. He plays a right-footed diagonal ball into the box, but it is overcooked and goes out of bounds. Salah was making the run in behind. Liverpool player is looking a little more frustrated here. Arne Slot trying to encourage the players. But is the belief there? Is the energy there? It's a different coach. It's a different atmosphere. It's a different way to play. Ball headed on here. Oh. Man, I'm sorry for the cameras cutting away, and then they cut right into a Forest counterattack. They were able to get a shot away, and Allison saved it. Just a ball out of the air, a header flicked on by Forest, and Alanga had a shot on the right-hand side of the box. And then there were shouts for penalty from the fans and the players when the ball deflected from Allison's save up into the air, and it looked like he might have been like shouldered off the ball, but I think it was all just good body work by the Liverpool defender. Liverpool have possession now at midfield. They are set up in the half of Forest. Everybody's up. So it's all about the interchanging play here. Around left side, top of the box, out to the wing here. Back inside, recycled back to Gravenberch. He's at midfield, back to Van Dijk, back to Gravenberch. Left side here, he cuts in. He's looking, he's driving toward the middle. He switches it out to Salah on the right-hand side. In the final third, Salah tries to cut in towards the box. Nico Williams wins out, and he's driving down the left-hand side here, and he is fouled, so Forest win a penalty. Not a penalty. They win a foul, so they're going to be able to get their numbers up here and get Liverpool out of their half. Okay, so it was just off a goal kick, header won, and flicked on to Alanga, who's able to have a rip near post. And Allison makes a good save because it was hit out of the volley, so it was a little venomous, but it was near him. But a save nonetheless that needs to be made. Possession back to Allison. Szoboszlai was given a yellow. I didn't see what happened. We're driving forward here. They're a little on their back foot here. This is a good way to go with pace. Szoboszlai plays it back into the middle. It's a ball played high into the box here. It's a scramble. Out to Connor Bradley here on the right wing in the final third. We have possession. Into Salah inside the box here. He cuts around, drives towards the middle, tries to find somebody square. Again, it's the same build-up of play, trying to come up into the top of the box from being in the box and then finding somebody square, but they're not there, and it's intercepted. But Liverpool have the ball again. They're going to restart. 86th minute. Played into Salah here on the right wing. He cuts inside. He finds Szoboszlai, top of the box, right side, into Bradley. He drives into the box from the right wing. Has a ball into the middle, but it's deflected. Into Szoboszlai. He has a shot again, and it's deflected, and it goes out. That was the first time they were cutting open Forest here. They need to drive into the box. They need to be more dynamic, more a little bit straightforward here. 87th minute. We have a corner. Szoboszlai is taking this corner, right-hand side. Hands up. It's going in, going to the far post. Van Dijk's up to meet it, and it goes over. That would have been a world-class header because he had to rise up above his defender. It was out around the PK. He had a good go of it. But we need, the keeper was totally beaten by the shot by Szoboszlai in the box on the right-hand side, right at the PK spot. Almost goes under his legs, but he gets a little bit off his hamstring there, and it could have went anywhere, but it went out of bounds, so the keeper had nothing to do with it. Forest take their goal kick long into the Liverpool half. Header won by Van Dijk. Kicked up in the air by a Forest player, still in Liverpool's half. Connor Bradley, surely he's being pulled down by... Surely that's a foul, but Liverpool luck out. They're able to get possession back. He was being completely drugged down by his arm. They play out just a terrible ball by Curtis Jones. Foul by Tsimikas. Didn't need to foul him, but the ball played into... He wasn't open. And he's able... you shouldn't foul when you're down. But he kind of had to. They would have easily just broken again. Since these substitutions, Liverpool, other than just that was their best attack so far, but it took them way too long to get back into the stride of things. Liverpool trying to play out of the press here, but they give it away, and it's a forced throw at midfield on the right wing. 89th minute here. Throws taken down the wing, won by Liverpool player, but not to anybody, just straight up in the air, and now Forest win it. It's a header out by Van Dijk. Forest don't want to probably get too many guys forward here as they're trying to just hold on to this lead. But Liverpool keeps surrendering space. Good win here by Liverpool as they break out here, driving past midfield now. Hasn't been challenged yet. Has a ball into the box and to nobody. Just kind of wasted that drive. It was Bradley driving forward, but just kind of a waste. Just a waste of all the space. We had Forest out. They were on their back foot. And it just was misjudgment, not on the same page. I don't know if he was playing it to Gakpo, playing as kind of the left-handed striker from Nunes, but the ball was behind him. 5 minutes of extra time here. Going to be another forced throw in Liverpool's half, approaching the final third. 91st minute. Throw is in, keeping it on the right wing, trying to keep possession here. They're able to, and it's out of bounds again. Forced throw. Liverpool had the numbers out on the wing there defending. It's about like a 3-on-5. So here's the moment we got to win the ball. We have the numbers. Get the double team in. They're going towards the corner flag, trying to hold it. Liverpool win the throw. It's taken quickly here, but it's recycled. So we're able to play it out here, playing it out of the back here. Swinging it back in. Back to where he came, Gravenberch going down. Driving it towards the middle now. It's got to be a yellow card. He's brought down at midfield, advancing. It is a yellow card. But they take it quickly. They're not looking for fouls right now. It's at midfield. Driving forward is Arnold. Plays the ball through the middle, but it's deflected off a center back. No foul there. Just bouncing off a center back because he never even had the ball. Nunes has got to be stronger there. It's not a foul. Liverpool back with possession at midfield in the Forest half. Bradley looking, squares it to Van Dijk. Van Dijk out to the left wing. Finds Gakpo. Cuts back. Heading towards the middle. Plays a ball in to the far post, but the keeper's out to meet it. It's not a good punch. It's out to the right wing. Liverpool keep it. Salah brings it down. He's able to recycle it back to Connor Bradley. Top of the box. Right side. Arnold has it. Does a couple turns. Finds Gravenberch square. Gravenberch playing it diagonally into Salah. Salah's able to bring it down after a defender miscued it. Szoboszlai has it. He's able to get a ball in, but it's blocked. Connor Bradley wins it. He's in the box. And it's cleared away. The ball was cleared, and Elanga actually hunted down the Liverpool defender, trying to just get to it to play it back to Alisson, but he forces it out of bounds. So Arnold is into the book. We're approaching the 94th minute. Liverpool don't have time for it. So Forest have a throw. They have no hurry to take it. Lobs it towards the corner, but its header's won by Liverpool. brought down here by Curtis Jones. It's played long here. Apologize for the buffering. It's just lobbed into the air and won by Forest, but it's nobody on the Forest player, and he just crushes it out of bounds. Man, even the ball boys aren't on the sides of Liverpool. They're trying to take it quickly, and they chuck a ball on the field. Throws taken into Allison. Allison in his own box. Drives forward a bit. Nobody's on him. Plays it to Alexander-Arnold here, deep in the half. Approaching midfield now. Looking. Drive forward, man. Drive forward. There's nobody. Drive forward. Has the long ball. Going to the left-hand side. Liverpool's up to meet it, but a Forest hand wins it. But it's won back here. Van Dijk, left-handed side. Driving towards the middle now. Ball played towards the right, towards Salah, but it's not deep enough. It's headed away. And Szoboszlai fouls at the time where you don't want to foul in the right. It was the right corner, and that's probably going to be game. Could have challenged for the ball there. It was going to be a 1-on-1, but he just clips his heel. That's got to be a tired leg foul because it's not an excuse. He's been on the whole game. You want to challenge for him, and your mind's telling you don't foul, but your leg fouls. I've been there, but I'm not a pro athlete. It's the 95th minute. The whistle's going to go anytime here. Keeper takes the foul throw, and there it is. Liverpool win. Don't win. Liverpool lose. Liverpool lose. It is definitely a poor showing because it's at home. That's a home game. 70% possession, 14 shots, 5 on target. Total shots by Forest, 5, 3 on target. But the most dangerous team has been Forest. Very organized in the defense. Counterattacking sloppy at times, but they stuck to it. And when they needed it to be dynamic, when they needed it to be clinical, it was. They got focused in on what they needed to do, and they took advantage of their chances, and Liverpool did not. I don't like Luis Diaz coming off. He was like the hungriest guy on the pitch, but I know there needs to be a rotation at some point. But when the subs came in, there was maybe one dangerous moment, but they had lots of players in the box, so it was blocked. Just not the game you want from Liverpool. Arnold's still arguing with the ref. Like, just give it up, man. You've lost the game, man. Like, against Forest. Talking to the ref's the last thing that you need to figure out. Why didn't we score should be the only conversation you need to have with your team. But what can I say? It's a disappointing loss, especially on a day that Man United wins. Man City held on to their 2-1. West Ham tied in the 95th minute. Man, that's what we wanted. An ex-Liverpool guy, Danny Ings, the 95th minute. 1-1, West Ham Fulham. Crystal Palace, 92nd minute equalizer to tie 2-2 against Leicester. Brighton and Ipswich stay 0-0. And if anybody cares, Frankfurt won, Leverkusen won, Freiburg won, Stuttgart won. Bologna tied Como 2-2. I'm only interested in Como because Fabregas is the coach. I had fun covering the game. Thanks to anybody who listened. Liverpool's next game is against AC Milan on Tuesday at 3. I might cover that game. Now, it would be starting late. I only get off work at that time. So maybe I come on right after work, get it set up, and get it going. So maybe like a 15-minute late start, because it might be the growing pains of what Klopp had to go through, playing better against teams that play more attacking, but ones that invite you on. Maybe a little more difficult. I think just because the quality of AC Milan would be more than Forest, I don't think that means that Liverpool are going to get played off the pitch or anything. I think they just kind of played down to the opponents, but not to take anything away from Forest. I'm just going in terms of, like, obviously Liverpool had more quality of player than Forest, and Forest played the better game. They just did. But I think Liverpool can still have a result against AC Milan, so I'm looking forward to that. That matchup is exciting, just from a neutral standpoint. So, yeah. So if anybody was listening, thank you. Leave a like, leave a comment. If nobody ever listens to this, I'll probably just keep doing it because I find it fun and I love Liverpool. So, yeah. See you guys on Tuesday. Check out anything else on the channel. We have testimonies that I record of people's stories. My buddy Nick and I do Hateful Homeland FC, where we're going through Bring the Noise. Tomorrow we are going to probably record the last part of the book. I can't even remember what's even released, if I run out of stockpiles of it or not, because we don't record and then release anymore because it's on a bi-weekly. But there will be a new episode of Hateful Homeland FC out on Monday. The schedule for testimonies isn't really a concrete thing. I just kind of get them as I can get people to do them. So sadly, I don't have them on a consistent basis. But hey, looking forward to maybe doing that someday. Langcast is about Lancaster politics. A buddy of mine that I met getting involved in politics a few years back just wanted me to host those episodes for him, so that's why I've been uploading them. You can check those out on Spotify. You can check out all of the stuff here on YouTube, on Spotify, and everything's audio. But yeah, thank you guys. And if you're a Liverpool fan, I'm sorry as well, man. If you're a Forest fan, man, if you're that guy I met last year who was just praying for Forest not to get relegated, well, man, you got your wish, and look at him now. It was a guy from the area in Nottingham who was in Lancaster here that I met in the city, and we were watching Forest play and talking about him, and he got his wish. They stayed up, and now they're beating Liverpool at Anfield. So kudos to you, brother.